Oh, I'm exhausted. So I ended up leveling up the trade skills like I was talking about. So in this game you can do any number of trade skills, all of the ones they have available. And in fact, they all help each other out, so you kind of need it. So I did some brewing, some tailoring. Takes a really long time, costs money. Doesn't really pay itself back until you're pretty high. I said I was gonna do some hiding, but trade skills took a long time, and I traveled to Freeport and then back. So it got late. The population of the server died down. I thought I'd come here and see if anybody's here. Nobody was here. So I took it. And I figured I'll just kite these until I get my level, finish my level off, and just make some money in the meantime. And this is good anyways, because I'm so tired that shouldn't be kiting a bunch of mobs anyways, because I'll surely die. And this is safe, so. Been here for a while now, maybe a couple hours, probably 2 hours. It's been pretty slow, finishing off this hell level finally. I'm gonna finish it off here. I think I need 4 pulls, including this one. And then that should get me to where I need to be, and I'll make a nice, hopefully like 500 platinum in the meantime. I'll take a look at the money now, or after this. Cool. Also, I'm trying to hit the boat on its way back, which I assume we'll see the boat again about, I think it's going to be 140 my time. Right now it's 118. So I'm hoping to get these 4 pulls done within that time. It's gonna be close. I just want money for alts. Like, I got a bunch of alts that I want to make. I might not even get around to playing, but you know what I need is an enchanter alt. Because it comes to figure out that I want to get my trade skills up. And most trade skills are going to require an enchanter to enchant this or that, or summon this or that. Or I need an enchanter friend. So anybody listening? Play, make an enchanter. I gotta sell off every time because I weigh too much. I'm actually I'm encumbered a little bit, but encumbrance isn't too much, so it's fine. I do have to sell every time. And I could just, like I was saying before, delete this this copper here. But I'm just gonna go ahead and try not to. I only need 3 more pulls, so I'm just gonna try to stick it out and see what kind of a haul I get. See if I can get up to like 700 platinum on this little run. That would be nice. What do we have here? I mean, I got, you know, 500 platinum right now, so 3 more pulls. Not quite. I'll have probably over 600 though. Some downtime with this camp. I do have plenty of spots where I'm just wearing banded armor, so which just has nothing but armor class on it. Would like to replace those, but like I said before, it doesn't really matter. I'll be kiting pretty much the whole way, and if I am in a group, I probably won't get hit too much, and if I'm soloing, I'm kiting. So my gear doesn't really matter, but you always just want gear for some reason. It's what drives you, I guess. But I do want to get, make a warrior alt, and I was kind of looking at some gear that I want, like crustacean. Just a full set of crusties. It's like 100 to 150 plat per piece. It's like 100. It's like 1K for the whole set. There's a couple of weapons that I want, like a Worm Slayer and a Villian Swiftblade, which aren't too bad. They're like 2K platinum each, which is a lot, but not out of the realm of possibility. And maybe a couple, like, well, the haste cap is, I think, 50% until level 30, so get like some silver chitin hand wraps, and then that'll cap me with the Villian Swiftblade. And then just go mob around. That would be fun. I'll just be glad to get through this level. This level took forever. Ugh. It's only level 30, but pretty decent. I got my monk to level 8, but this place is pretty dead. There is still a list for the ancient Cyclops right across the way. Still 9 people here though. The server dropped. It was under 1,000 a while ago, so let's see where it is now. Down under 800. It's pretty much as low as you see it. I might get down to probably like 650 in another hour or two, but then it'll probably start going back up after that. Pretty decently populated server, and I'm starting to think we're not going to make this boat, and we're just going to miss it. That's kind of a fucking bummer. So I wanted to hit the bank before I log off. That's where the ancient Cyclops is over there. They camp there, like usually right on the shore area. Basically, Cyclops spawns there, and then every once in a while, an ancient Cyclops spawns in its place. Cyclops are basically placeholders for the ancient Cyclops. There we go. Let's pull them. A few times I pulled this chick that was right to the left of that tree there. She sits in front of the tree. I'm gonna pull her twice tonight, which is annoying. You take a faction hit. I mean, she's worth XP, so there's that. These are still dark blues to me. But, I'm not really here for the experience. I mean, if I want to make the boat, I should pull her. And just do all three of them. But you take the minus 30 faction hit, which I kind of gave in, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever, I'll just deal with it. Not a big deal. But at the same time, I'd rather not. She drops like a rusty halberd that's not worth a dick. Starting to run a little bit slower because of the weight, but I'm still fast enough to not get hit by them, but it's just easier to slip up and get hit by them. I also had a couple occasions where I kind of just stopped paying attention because it's a little monotonous, and then you get in a groove. And, ooh, I should have got caught there. They missed. Anyways, I killed one of them, the other one starts running away, and I don't notice right away. And then I get a little close to the water. And for some reason, they always want to run straight to the water or straight to their friends. And then, anyways, when they get into the water, it starts glitching out, and you can't. It says you're out of their line of sight or whatever. I think it's real annoying real fast. When I was lower and I wasn't killing them so fast, they would get to the water, and I couldn't do anything about it in time. And then they would get far out in the water, and I just, no matter what, it kept telling me, they're not in your line of sight, they're not in your line of sight. Oh, that sucks. 95%. They only gave me 1% on that. I mean, the next group might give me 3, but I'm gonna pull that that person by the tree on the next pull, just to make sure that I get this. And 2 more. Because there's a chance I do 2 more and I get stuck at 99%. I don't want to do a 3rd one, especially if that's what's going to stop me from getting the boat. I got 10 minutes though, and it's a 6-minute spawn. Plus whatever time it takes me to kill him. So, I mean, I'm probably going to miss it. But I hope not. If I miss it, I'm just going to end this in this, but if I make it, I'm gonna go to the bank and see the total that we got here. There's a bunch of stuff out here. Let's put it up here. This is the zone, or the color map. Yeah. Anyways, I'm here. No, I'm not. Where are we? I'm here. Killing the sisters, and then this is the Cyclops Isle. That's not even right. This is the Sea Fury Isle. There's Cyclops on this island, but this is the correct island. You can see actually a list of shit here. And what is it? This one? This one has Aqua Goblins. There's one that has Spectres, number 7, which is just across the way. That's around level 35. But Spectres drop gems and stuff, so that's pretty good money too. So I think I'm going to try to do that. I don't know if they cast or not. I'm thinking they don't. They look like warrior types, but I got to figure that out. I tried to look into it and I didn't notice anything. But I want to know for sure. Here and here are the luring sirens. That used to be some good XP back in the day. Probably just dog shit with the information we have nowadays. I don't want to kill those, so I'm hoping it's something I can do. If they're casters, I'm fucked. Can't do casters. I should spawn any minute now. This shit, what's this one? I could grab all 4. It's not really going to help me. I'm still going to need 2 pulls anyways. Unless I like grab the whole freaking island. Oh. So there's going to be bards in Pantheon when it comes out. And I want to roll a bard, even though I have no idea the gameplay will be like. I'm just counting on it being something similar to this, since Brad McQuaid is behind it. And pretty much all the other classes mirror the classes in this game, so I'm hoping the bard will be something like this. I have a feeling it's not going to be as great, but I'd like to main a bard in that game. And they don't really have information on it. They have information on mostly everything, but the bard is supposed to be out by launch, but they don't have anything on it yet. Launch isn't going to be for probably at least 2 years, since it's still not even pre-alpha. But the bard is supposed to be out at launch, and the necromancer is the other one that is not out yet, and it's not. They say it's not going to be ready for launch, but I feel if more people pledge, then they might have the resources to work faster, and maybe they'll get it out. But as of right now, they say it's not going to make it. Yeah, this is looking bad. I'm gonna miss the boat. It's probably gonna come by in between spawns. Over here. Sold probably 10 of these purity belts for just 5 platinum and newbie zones. It's 2 strength, 2 stamina, 3 AC. But newbies don't really have 5 platinum, but at this point, everybody's having alts. And they usually wear shit like I'm wearing, which has no stats at all. So I'm wearing a purity belt, because it's better than a banded belt. So even people with platinum, like full set of this shit is like 100 platinum, and that pretty much covers all your spots except rings and weapons, rings, and earrings. And it still costs 100 platinum, and people still pay that. So if you'll pay 100 platinum for a full set of that, that means you have some money. So then if you see somebody advertising for 5 platinum for one of these belts, if they're there, they'll take it. And it beats the 1.5 platinum that the vendor gives me. But sometimes I hang out in Greater Fadark and try to forge some Morning Dew, because those sell for 30 platinum. And then while I'm doing that, I just advertise it, because even at this hour, there are 17 people in that newbie zone, even at this hour. And then there's also Crush Bone, which when I'm really feeling frisky, I'll just poke my head in there. There's another 8 players in there, and that's directly attached to the zone. So you can just pop your head into one, spam it, pop your head back into the other one, and spam it. Or hang out in GFA trying to get the Morning Dew. and then just poke your head over every once in a while to see if anybody wants one. But it seems to have died out. Like, I feel like I got everybody. Gotta wait a while until it's a new set of alts or something. And there's that fucking boat. So yeah, right on time. So it's gonna go to Butcher Block and then turn around and come back. And that's when I can jump on it when it comes back. So if these things can spawn soon, and then I can kill them pretty fast. Then I might be able to make that boat. It's gonna take, I mean, I should know how long it takes to go from here to there and back, but I don't. I'm gonna say I probably have like 3 minutes. It's got a zone, and then it sits there for a second, and then it gets to the dock, sits there for a second, turns around, zones again, and it's gonna sit here for, 30 seconds. So if this thing can spawn within the next minute, I might make it. I also wish I looked at the clock when I killed them, but I didn't. Brutal. Come on. The volume's probably really low on this, but oh well, we'll see. Fuck. Well. I mean, for sure I'm not gonna fucking make it now. I mean, Jesus Christ, how long is this shit gonna take? I feel like I killed it 6 minutes ago. Jesus Christ. Was that fucking boat too? I thought I saw it. Well, it's getting my hopes up. starting to feel like I missed the boat. How is it taking this long to go right there and back? You're fucking serious. I'm gonna miss the boat because that rock didn't drop. Jesus Christ. Well, it worked out. That spot is just worth so much money. It's crazy. I'm out of that hell level. So thankful. I don't have another hell level till... Not another hell level till 40. So, got a nice little stretch. I don't gotta worry about it. Got a decently long boat ride though. It's gonna be maybe 10 minutes, so... This list never dies out. Probably be hitting up Joe Leonard for my enchanting needs. Oh shit. That would have been bad. That would have been very bad. Alright. Let's just get somewhere and chill. Am I baking up a little bit? No. What I did get up though is my brewing. Can make the heady Keola, which is used to make, well, it's used to get my tailoring skill up. Which I did get to 38, but I'm gonna need the heady Keolas to get it the rest of the way. Oh, to about 80 or so. So it's gonna take a lot of them because, man, you have to create a lot of stuff to get that skill up. It's crazy. It's going up like 1 skill per 10 things I make. And 10 heady Keolas is costing me 2 platinum, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's the expensive part. And then you gotta buy bottles, and then you need to farm spider silk. So it's 2 spider silks. For each one, so, you know, it all adds up. Even if you farm it yourself, you could, in theory, sell it to other players. So then that's platinum. I'd say I blew like 30 platinum. I think it was 30 platinum. Leveling my stuff up today. But I leveled tailoring a little bit, brewing a little bit. And actually that was it. So I blew 30 raw platinum plus a ton of spider silk that I farmed. What I don't know anything about is pottery. What on earth is going on with that? That's got to be absolutely pointless. And bagging, I'm not even sure what that. I'm not sure what that does. Oh my god. I can't stop yawning. You probably beg NPCs, I imagine, but I'm not sure what that gets you. What island is this? The boat stops. This is... The description doesn't really say what's going on here. Just that it has an inn and you can buy and sell. But most of the islands have some sort of vendor. Not sure. But what I do know is that we are almost there. Come up on some islands here with the sirens, and then we'll be in Freeport. Now I died earlier That's what I was gonna mention. So when I got off last, I said I was going to run to the bank and then go level up trade skills and then go kiting. Well, the reason it took me so long was, one, trade skills took forever, but two, I ended up dying immediately after I ended the stream. Not immediately, but I went to Butcher Block, hung out there, waited for the boat, got the boat, went to Freeport. I wasn't paying attention because the boat ride's, so long. So I was doing stuff on the internet on the second monitor, and then I look back and I see the boat moving, and I kind of like look at the chat, and I saw in the chat that that it had said that I entered Freeport, but it was like a while back. So I thought real quick, and I was like, I think I already docked, missed my chance to get off the dock, and now we're heading out of the zone, which means it's a 30-minute round trip. So I panic, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to zone. So I just jump off the boat. And then now I'm in the middle of the ocean, but I know I'm in Freeport. So I just got to figure out which direction I am and which direction Freeport is, which I have no idea. I think it's going to be west, I know that much, but I don't know if it's north or south or what. So I start swimming around, and then my swimming's not working very well. So I keep sinking, and I'm hitting the space bar, which is supposed to make you rise, and it's just kind of glitching, it's not working well. So I start looking around, and so I find the cave underneath, which the evil races use to get through Freeport. And I'm like, screw it. It's still Freeport, so let me go in there. So I go in there and I start creeping around and I start conning NPCs that I run into. And, they're indifferent and all this and that, and they don't look like they're going to attack me, so I'm like, alright, cool. So I start running around, and I start going into like a building, so I'm like, okay, I'm getting somewhere, I'm gonna find my way out right now. And then, I don't know what happened, I aggroed some sort of dark elf. And she started whooping my ass, so I was like, fuck, so I start running. And like, I get like right up towards the top, I was really close to the exit, actually. And she killed me. And I was devastated, and that's at that point I wasn't doing anything dangerous, I wasn't farming anything, so I didn't like rebind myself, and obviously I was on my way to Freeport, so I would have gotten a bind there, but it sent me all the way back to my previous bind spot, which was on Kunark, which was 2 boat trips away. I mean, it's 1 boat trip, but you need a levitate or invis or something to get on that boat, and I don't have any of that. So for me, it's 2 boat trips. Plus, it puts me in the dock already, next to a boat. So then I wait for that boat. I get on that boat. I do the whole boat trip. Puts me in Butcher Block. Then I get on the next boat in Butcher Block, and then which is this boat, and then it takes me all the way back. And then I'm trying to fish my body out of there without re-aggroing the Dark Elf. And I don't really know the underneath Freeport, the tunnels very well. So it just sucked, and that was like that took like an hour. And then I was pretty just like unmotivated at that point. But I learned a little bit. And then I did the trade skills, which really took a long time. And then I was tired, and I was like, do I want to kite now? And then die, and then have a worse day? But I didn't really feel like it. So I was like, you know what, before I go do that, let me just, since it's on my way, let me just check. It's already kind of late. Let me check if the sisters are camped. Server's under 1,000. There's a good chance they're not. And I kind of did like /who all over the Ocean of Tears. And there wasn't anybody in the level range that would be killing them. So I had a good idea that I should have went that way. Oh well. I had a good idea that they weren't camped, and sure enough, so I just decided to stay there and do it. Get my level the safe way. It's definitely the safe way to get my level, and then I'll kite tomorrow when I'm fresh. Well, let's see what the hull is. So we'll change it. It's pretty weak. What the hell? I thought I was going to break 600. I mean, that's a lot, and that's good for like less than 3 hours. It's not really that great. It's probably like 2.5 hours. I thought I should at least get over 600, whatever. I mean, I'm a little disappointed, but nonetheless, it's still a good amount. Well, anyways, tomorrow I'll do some kiting tomorrow and see if I die or not. Hopefully I'll just blow through my level tomorrow. This level should be a lot faster than the last one, so I'm looking forward to that. So we'll see how that goes. Anyways, peace out.